A very good evening to all of you. It's been quite some time since I've spoken, all right, on this YouTube. Now, I would like to speak on the 5 love languages of children, the very popular book by Dr. Gary Chapman and Dr. Ross Campbell. Right, so basically, it's just a brief. I'll go through the 5 different languages. All right, and just to give you a gist of it. All right, now it'll be good if you can get that book, where you can get to read more, and at the end, I believe it will be very beneficial to all of you. So, you see, storybooks and televisions will basically tell our children that love is wishy-mushy, a wonderful thing, that is all butterflies, romance, or rainbow. But as adults, we know that loving others, whether it is your spouse, whether it's a family member or your friends, or simply, a relative, it is more often, an exercise in terms of self-sacrifice, okay, and also by putting others first, right? So what is true about romantic love is also true for the love that we have for our children. And Dr. Gary Chapman says that knowing your child's love languages or love language make all the difference in your relationship. So here, in his books, he basically describes, the 5 love languages. So the first one, he speaks on physical touch. Hugs and kisses are the most common way of speaking this love language, but there are other ways too, you see. So a father who plays with his son in the air, who tosses his son up into the air. So, and we love to do that, you spin your 7-year-old son or your daughter around and around, and he or she will love it so much, and a mom, all right, will read a story with the 3-year-old kid, so on her lap. So for children who understand this love language, physical touch will communicate love more deeply than words. For example, I love you, or giving a present, right? Or fixing them their electronic toy or a electronic car, or spending time with them. Of course, they receive love in all languages, but for them, the one that really resonates with them, right, will be the physical touch. So without hugs, kisses, pat on the back, and other physical love of expressions of love, their love tank basically will remain less. Okay, it will not be full. The second one is words of affirmation. In communicating love, words are powerful. So words of affection, endearment, are words of praise and encouragement, words that give positive guidance. I care about you, Such words are like gentle, warm rain falling on the soul kind of things, and they nurture the child's inner sense of worth and security. So even though such words are quickly said, right, but they are not easily forgotten. So a child reaps the benefits of affirmation words for a lifetime, right? So that's number 2, word of affirmation. The third one is quality time. Quality time is focused on attention or focused attention. It means giving your child your undivided attention. Quality time is a parent's gift of presence to a child. So it basically conveys this message: you are important. I like being with you. So it makes the child feel that he is most important person. He is the most important person to their parents or to you. So he or she will feel truly loved. Why? Because he has the parents all to himself or herself. So when you spend quality time with your children, you need to go to their physical and their emotional level of development. So the most important factor in quality time is not the event itself, but what you are doing something together or being together. All right. If quality time is your child's primary love language, you can be sure of this. Without a sufficient supply of quality time and focused attention, your child will definitely experience a gnawing uneasiness that his parents, they will feel like as if parents or you don't love him or her, right? So that is actually in terms of the third love language, quality time. The fourth one is gifts, GIFTS, gifts. The giving and receiving of gift can be a powerful expression of love, and at the time they are given, and often this will be remembered, or extend into the later years. The most meaningful gifts becomes the symbol of love, and those that truly convey love are part of a love language. So most children respond positively to gifts. I mean, any child, but for some, receiving gift is their most important love language. So you might be inclined to think that this is so for all children, judging from the way that they keep asking for things, especially in this lockdown. Like my son, every day if I go out, when I come back, he will ask, where's my toy? Where's my toy? I want a toy, So it is true that all children and adults want to have more and more. But those whose language of love is receiving gift will respond differently when they get their gift. So remember, for them, this is the love's loudest voice, and they see the gift as an extension of you and your love. So that is number 4, gifts. The fifth one is acts, ACTS, acts of service. Some people speak acts of service as their primary love language. If service is your child's primary love language, your acts of service will communicate most deeply that you love, a boy or a girl. And then the child will ask you to fix their electronic things or mend their electric car, or like for a girl, they'll mend a doll's dress or anything that he or she does not merely want to get a task done, and your child is crying for emotional love. So if your child's primary love is acts of services or acts of service, this does not mean that you must jump at every request. So everything that they want, you must, get it done immediately. No. It means that you should be extremely sensitive to those requests and recognize that your response will either help fill the child's love tank or you puncture the tank. So each request calls for a thoughtful and loving response. So you go and find out if you have never, if you have never done this, I think you go and find out what is the love language of your child. All right. So that's about it today. So I hope you are able to get a book, The 5 Love Languages of Children, right, by Dr. Gary Chapman and Dr. Rose Campbell. All right. And but what I'll do is after this, I will go on one by one of the love language in my subsequent YouTube to all of you. All right. Or in this my parenting series. All right. Once again, I wish all of you, all right, a very good day. And I pray that all of you will continue to stay home, stay healthy, all right, and stay blessed. Once again,